Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
We are live, and as Randy Orton has lied to us last week and said Daddy's home, our stepdaddy has returned. And how dare he call this his home?
Marcus, I'm going to explain later on in the show why how this affected me and Nakamura's promo, how this affected me in many ways.
You know how I knew Seth was going to deliver a good promo? He got his hair done. The suit is ridiculous, but it's not as ridiculous.
It's not as ridiculous.
Yeah. The man seemed very serious this week.
He came for business. This one is a kind of toned down suit, like he came for business.
Yeah. The World Heavyweight Champion suit.
Whereas this man, Marcus, he came for hell.
The man had a fail safe if he's losing the match. You know, I think I might lose this one
today.
Yeah, I might lose this one. Spit. That's some old man shit right there where I'm just like, if I get disqualified, it's not my fault the referee threw the match out.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. If you're watching in South America, we are the kings of the ropes. I'm one half, Lord Manny Hayes, and over there is
Marcus, the grind finale. I don't know what thumbs I want to
like
use.
A weird Hogan.
You have a weird Hogan going, but maybe a Tyler Bate, where it's only a little short. But we are here to talk about our daddy issues.
Mustaches ain't long enough.
Yeah.
Well, that man that plays with his mustache is actually in TNA now.
Yeah, Mr. Trent Seven,
which we accidentally talked into existence. If you were watching along with us on the watch along,
where Manny went, whoa! I wonder where Trent Seven's at. Where is that man?
To be fair, Marcus also sent that picture to me, and at 4 a.m. in the morning for me, that looked like the other person that got cancelled, Marty's girl.
It did. It does. It looks more like a Marty. Like it looks exactly like Marty Scroll. The picture I sent Manny. It was like, oh, it looks like him, but when you look closer, you go like, no, that's an old man.
Yeah, Trent Seven ain't even that old. He just looks old.
He just looks like he's like 70. He looks like Santa Claus.
If you haven't, while you're here, like the video, subscribe. We've got some Christmas content coming out as we take next week, the next couple of weeks off. We got the best of September. There's Charlotte Flair and Charlotte Flair alone, and a I don't know what Becky's got going on over there.
And abused Becky Lynch. I don't know. That is clearly in Bakersfield, California, where she had the match with Tiffany Stratton.
And I believe this is the episode where I believe this is the month where Ric Flair is given as a gift. And I said we'll take pictures of Charlotte's feet to keep money coming in. And the feet are on the thumbnail.
Yes. Money makers, as I like to call them.
Yep. And then we've also got October coming in that week. I gave up on the thumbnail.
Oh. Nah. This is like they still together? Damn. Thought I had a shot.
Yeah, so we got loads of content. We've got loads of bits and pieces of content coming out over Christmas, so make sure you stay tuned. There may, if I get really bored, also be a video of Manny in the Hands.
Manny in the Hands? There hasn't been one of those in a while. Those are so relaxing. They're the best videos in the world. What will your hands be doing this time? Is it stickers? Is it building something Legos?
I believe it's Lego. It's either going to be a Disney 100 years of Disney camera or the piranha plant from Mario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so either one or the other. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel in case I get bored.
And Manny goes, what the hell? Well, you can see Manny go, what the hell? These instructions make no sense. God damn it.
Yeah, so also
it gets in the middle of that. You talk about
gets really quiet during those. So make sure you try and turn up and try and keep me entertained or ask me strange questions and I'll answer them.
Long-winded answers of stuff. But it's all in the sport.
Yeah.
All right.
If you ever wanted to know what goes behind the scenes of this show, yeah, just ask that question. Let's
just ask, how's it going? Well, tangents galore.
We started fighting again in house, and that's why we don't have a show anymore.
All the dirt sheet stuff.
Yeah, we'll even tell you what happened to Ross.
Just dial 1-800 what happened to Ross on your phone, and we'll give you for only $9.99. We'll give you the inside details of what's going on in the Sharpshooter Wrestling Podcast universe, where they go all in. If you want to know what's the mystery of Eric's weight loss, call the number. What happened to Ross? Call the number. Why did Marcus start wearing the podcast sweater? Call the number now, and you will find every single exclusive they have. Manny, and the reason he wore a beanie on December 12th edition.
It's a teeny weeny beanie, actually.
A teeny weeny beanie. Why would he wear that?
Let's get into Raw. It opens up with
self-bitch.
Yeah. It opens with Jey Uso. He lets us know he got his yeet back. He's also excited for Punk. Calls Drew McIntyre Two-Face. Drew wants Punk to sign with SmackDown so he can keep that problem over there. And then he said other stuff. He did a social experiment which didn't even necessarily come off. I felt like he was just there to insult the man in the front row.
Yes. Before we get to Drew's social experiment and talk about that man, Manny, you did Jey Uso's promo completely wrong. You gotta do it like Jey Uso and be extremely winded when you talk about everything. Yeet. That man was tired. He's so tired. I
got my yeet back. I'm happy about that.
Happy about that. Mother breath. Because y'all got me hopping up and down in this intro. No, I was concerned for the match. Yes. Concerned for the match. The man is breathing like Ted DiBiase after a Bret Hart match. After that, and he has to do a promo. I'm like, Drew has to talk for a minute so this man can catch his breath.
Drew's social experiment was about apologies.
Apologize. Oh, you can't do that. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and nothing else really came out of that opening segment.
No, because Drew was really petty. He pointed at the guy in the stand and said, "This man hates his family. He's a liar. He didn't have his hand raised. And it felt like one of those like fight game conversations where it's like, you destroyed my life. Yeah, but I'm gonna finish it today. That's what it felt like with Drew and Jey. Just catching everybody up. And you know what? It works. I feel like stuff should happen more like that to understand. I feel like they'll be overdo it with video package or whatever, and they feel like they go forever. But this did set the tone of, why are we fighting? If you just stood in for a minute, because I hate him. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and he took out Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
That's why they're fighting.
Just take time off if you want to talk about retro news. Just take your time off.
Yeah, he's taking time off. Everyone's taking weird time off. But what came out of the Randy Orton Logan Paul interview is that Triple H is all about them spending more time at home, like having a proper work-life balance, unlike the Attitude Era guys and the ones that came before that. They were constantly on the road, and Triple H is more about work-life balance, and I think that's going to benefit anyone that wants to sign over there. But it's the same over in AEW. They don't tour nearly as much either. So there is that chance of a work-life balance. But I know some of the guys in AEW probably ain't getting paid as much as the WWE guys. So some of them will still be working indie dates.
Yeah, and even the Triple H was getting praised over the weekend for, I guess, giving all the wrestlers the holidays off with no real dates. I think the only show they really have is the holiday show that's in
Boxing Day. Yeah, the 26th.
Yeah, 26th and the 30th of December, where apparently CM Punk will have his first WWE match against Dominic Mysterio, someone he's wanted to punch for 13 years.
So Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre was the opening match. I thought, once again, another really good match to open up Raw. Drew with a thumb to the eye and then a claymore.
What? You know what? You can side with Drew for a stint. The man is out there telling his truth. But then he's out there cheating as well. Taking turnbuckles off and then thumbs to the eye to beat Jey Uso. It shouldn't took that much. It shouldn't have took that much.
You know, Ric Flair I don't like praising Ric Flair, but he made the thumb to the eye look a lot more like cleaner when he did it. Drew looked like he was trying to gouge Jay's eye out.
Yeah, he got too far. Ric Flair's look thumb to the eye. You're like, what the fuck was that? Drew is full old-fashioned eye gouging.
Then we get the Shinsuke video package. So this is not something you want to be watching in the middle of the night.
Oh, why
not? In the middle of the night, sometimes, I don't. It's not your ego. It's more the voices in your head. Sometimes tell you ain't good enough. And this is what Shinsuke's video package is all about. He says Cody is a dog chasing a car. As great as he is not good enough, and he never will be. He says Cody's weakness is striving for the admiration of others. Nakamura freed himself of that burden long ago. He draws his own destiny and paints his own story. Nakamura has been reborn thanks to Cody, and he will bring his story to an end. Shinsuke is the real nightmare, and remember, Cody, you asked for this.
Yes, and Manny, as you reread everything Nakamura has said, the video was done in almost semi-animation, maybe in manga style. I don't know if you would call it animation. It just seemed like moving images, but
yeah, it was more animated.
It was really nice.
It was nice. It was like, do you remember the first match he had with Seth?
Yeah.
And they did that anime style to tell the story of, I know about your back. And then that's why we thought, oh, maybe Shinsuke might win tonight because they put in all this effort.
Yeah. But the thing is with Shinsuke, he's going to lose this. And then I guess he's going to go on to the next person and start dropping videos to them. I mean, I feel like he should win a feud.
To be fair, if this is leading into the Royal Rumble, this could be one of those where Cody could take an L in the start of the night and then win or do something phenomenal at the end of the night. Much like with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10, where he lost at the beginning of the night, but then won the title when he did double duty. And then it's all 94 when Bret just got destroyed by the Quebecers.
Yeah, man. Remember, it's the greatest year ever. Everything happened.
It is the greatest year ever. And then won the Royal Rumble with Lex Luger because nobody knew who won.
Yeah. They both went over and they both landed at the same time. You know, we ain't have one of those finishes in a long time. And I think we're due. I feel like we're due. And I think this would be the perfect year to have Punk and Cody both fall at the same time and have that kerfuffle of who won. And he can set up a match in between WrestleMania of Cody versus Punk for who actually won. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. They'll fight whoever they fight. Punk can still fight Rollins. Cody can still fight Reigns. And you still have WrestleMania. Yes, put me on, Triple H. Put me on. Give me a job.
We move into the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Finn says the wheels have fallen off because they were away for a week. Rhea recaps all their failures last week. Damian says Dom losing the title, that sucks. Not showing up to Raw, that sucks too.
Priest. If you guys are letting our troop just run in and out of here, unlock the doors, says JD. Unlock the doors.
Rhea says saying you're the leader is a lot easier than being the leader. Damian raises his voice, but Rhea tells him, take it easy. And she's not just talking to him, she's talking to the family. She's sick of the disrespect, and they need to remind people they run all of WWE.
Yeah!
Strike!
No, Manny. To me, it's a charm now. I need to hear it. I'll wait for it just because I know. Just because I know it irks you. I know it hurts you so much every time they
Doesn't
say
hurt
it.
me.
Not hurt, but irks. Like it annoys you. Like, here we go.
For some unexplained reason, Rhea Ripley's got a match against Maxine Dupree.
Well, they somehow she got pumped up for this and she was eradicated. Would that be the word? Because that's what they use all the time.
I was about to say, if this match went longer than it actually did, Rhea needs to be stripped of that title.
This was one of those. There's levels to this. Like,
there's
why?
Levels to this, and this match was actually awful. Like, Rhea could not even make Maxine look credible. There was botches here and there.
I've seen worse. I wouldn't say it was the worst thing I've seen, but
so I think I got up to the end of the next segment watching this live, where I started thinking in the middle of the night last night. Remember a few it probably was the beginning of the year where we tried to work out the rankings of all the women, and where I branched all the AEW women as one block.
Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah.
I think I may have to split the block. I may have to split the block and put Maxine Dupree in between the AEW women's division.
Whoa!
There are a few in the AEW women's division that are way better than Maxine Dupree.
That is true. But you know what? Maxine's gimmick is that she is bad at wrestling, Betty. That's kind of her gimmick.
It's not a gimmick. That's truth. It's not a gimmick. It's the truth.
Hey, some of the best gimmicks are the people living their truths. Okay? Or people are just like Punk being a deadbeat father is also part of it, and running away from the WWE universe is also from it.
Eric says she does that gimmick that well.
Yes.
She's not selling me that she's bad. She is bad, Eric.
No, she's sold. You're sold. Manny, I'm gonna have to say this. I didn't want to say this on the show. You're a mark. She got you. She got you.
And then Ivy now has a stare down with Rhea.
Why? By the way, I'm sick of this. Ivy, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And Manny, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but Ivy Now's on NXT and now on Monday Night Raw always attach herself to some random woman that's outside the Diamond Mine, and all of a sudden starts walking out with them.
Tatum Paxley's never been the same again.
No. Look at her now. She's stalking and attacking people. But Ivy now seems to do this. This is her thing. I'm going to attach myself to a random woman. No, she's not affiliated with the Diamond Mine, quote unquote, or the Creeds of any kind. But I'm going to walk out to the ring with her. As if I'm in Alpha Academy. Get out of here.
Eric said the one thing about pro wrestling is not everyone knows how to wrestle, but they have other intangibles that make them worth something. I don't believe he could say that on live TV, that word.
Well, not sober. Oh, Eric,
are you implying
I would like for you to listen. I would like for you to list all of Maxine's intangibles right now, live on air.
Yeah, while we talk about CM Punk, you list Maxine Dupree's intangibles. So CM Punk comes out, says 10 years ago he made the hardest decision, but he doesn't regret it. But there is a part of him that thinks, did anyone pay to see CM Punk that day if they were disappointed? He says backstage, someone called Indy Hartwell, maybe my new favorite wrestler because she stuck it to him. She said she felt betrayed as a kid. He apologizes and understands for walking out.
Indy Hartwell saved CM Punk.
This is where it got me because I was like, you know what? As a young man, I used to tell myself in a very shitty job that I was the best in the world at it to get me through that shitty job. What did it do? It made me a supervisor, then a manager by just claiming those stupid words. And then what did he do? He just abandoned me.
Man, you're making it sound like the Avatar was gone for 100 years.
He did, long ago.
And Randall Cylinder. Nice smile. Athletic in some ways. A team player on the right side of the age demographic. You sound like Miss McMahon. This is the kind of woman I'm looking for. Slender, blonde, Caucasian, nice, athletic in some ways. A team player and on the right side of an age demographic.
So he chooses to sign with Raw. He said, if you're happy about it or mad about it, you're just gonna have to learn to love it. And so CM Punk is home. Cue Seth Rollins.
So at this point, CM Punk has apologized to everybody he's let down over the years. Manny, at this moment, are you buying happy-go-lucky Punk, or are you still like, he needs to get angry about something? Because that was the main complaint about his first return in AEW, is that I need him to do something.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna happen. I think this is what this kind of drew something out. I think what we had a problem with with his return in AEW is they didn't really give him anything to do straight away. So I feel like Punk's had his 2 appearances on Raw, SmackDown, and whatever that thing on NXT was.
It was shot shooting shit.
Yeah. So that's what. Let's just consider that 2 weeks. And then now we're just we're giving him something to do. He's got his eyes on the Royal Rumble, and now he's got his eyes on Seth. I think the problem was that they didn't give him a purpose straight away in AEW. That's why we got I think that's why we got the criticism of him when he first came in, and he was just cutting promos just because he was happy to be back.
Yeah. But I'm also not buying his sincere apology about.
I think I don't think he's sorry, but like it works for someone. It didn't fool me.
I'm like Seth. I'm just waiting for the shoes to drop. I'm waiting for my reformed father who just got out of jail to wreck shit like he always do. And CM Punk, I know is straight edge, but I'm assuming he's going to start abusing people at some point. That's what and then walk out.
Eric, you might want to stop listening, but because I want to bring something up while we're on the topic of apologies, because this may spoil Squid Game, the game show.
He's never going back. He's never going back.
So, do you recall the episode when they did the glass walk?
Yes.
And the black lady, I can't remember her name. She just let that guy. They all agreed that they would all do a jump, and then she was a bit hesitant. She didn't want to do that, so that guy that was on the show with his mum did all the jumps until he fell.
Yeah.
And then she did one jump, and then she was like, all right, I agree now. And then, and then it all went on. And then when it came to the next game, the Asian lady, May, I think that was her name, May or whatever it was.
I forget.
She was like, fuck that woman.
Yeah, just immediately fuck that woman. I'm going to get her out. My whole goal is to get her out.
And then, what was it? Then,
it's a dice game. You don't charge a black woman in a dice game.
And then what happened after that game was she realized she had to apologize. But the apology, she apologized, but she didn't accept the apology.
Yes.
She just said apology received.
Yeah.
If you did that, if you went out of your way to apologize to someone and they said that to you, what are you doing? I'm rescinding my apology. I'm like, fuck
no, Manny, I'm going to, you know what? If I'm in a very apologetic mode, that means I'm at peace with where we're at. And if I say I'm sorry, I mean it. And if you don't accept my apology, I'm going to easily go, well, okay, you don't have to accept it now, but I did say it. And then immediately they walk away, you know what? Fuck that motherfucker. I swear to God.
So Seth comes out. He said he asked for one favor: don't you dare call this place his home. You abandoned this place 10 years ago, then actively tried to tear it down. He spent 10 years slandering me and everyone in the back. He wants to walk back here and call this his home. It's not his home, it's my home, and I will do everything in my power to protect it from people like Punk.
It was really good, and when you forget my favorite moment, with every fiber in his body, every fiber in Seth Rollins' body. He just looked at that man and said, "I hate you." And he meant it. Manny, he meant it.
He meant it because normally there's a form of like acting. You put some emphasis on the "I hate you."
Yeah.
But he was like, "I just want to make something very clear with every fiber of my body. I hate you." Very quick, nothing. I mean, he meant it.
So on the social medias, they compared this promo to the Hangman promo and said this was the exact same promo, which it kind of was, of like, we don't want you here and all that. We don't need you here. We're happy and all that.
Yeah.
We don't need to, it's basically the same promo. But I don't know. Maybe it's Seth's height. Maybe it's the suit. Maybe it's his sharp haircut. It just was a better promo from what I remember Hangman. And it'd be hard for me to go back to compare or whatever. But I just felt like Seth delivered. He said everything with his chest.
He said it, but I think a lot of it was probably cleared between the two of them. It didn't get overly personal. Like, it was definitely between the two of them. It wasn't about like other bits and pieces, but like
Seth's not gonna come out randomly, call out Seth Rollins and be like, "I challenge you right now." All right, coward.
Seth says, goes on to say, the truth always comes out, and everyone knows this is his last chance. One or two things is going to happen. Either he will self-destruct like he always does, or by a miracle, if he has changed and he's got his gas left in the tank, maybe one day he'll have a world title match, so he will expose him for the fraud he is and wrestle circles around him, and he will let him know what it means to be the best in the world. So very quickly, CM Punk goes, "Are you done?" This is where he declares for the Royal Rumble when he wins. Maybe it's Seth he is coming after. He also said that was his one shot, his one pass of being disrespectful. I didn't know. I didn't know he had that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a pass.
I didn't know he had to get out. The situation may have been different in AEW. If Hangman knew there was a pass.
Well, maybe Hangman did use his one certificate of being disrespectful in the back at some point. Because, Punk has to go home. That's why he does this. It gives you the one pass. He has to go home, look in the mirror, and realize, am I being the bad guy today? That's why he gives you that pass.
Promo from AEW.
Yes. I woke up and I have to see you until every day. He being the bad guy today.
So this is when Punk starts walking around. Punk starts walking around backstage. I've just merged these all together.
Yeah.
Priest hopes Punk finishes his story, as he will be the one waiting for him. Drew don't care about Punk Cody stories because he cares about finishing his story. We learned that Pierce has given Drew a title match against Seth on New Year's Day.
Day one. They call him Raw.
Yeah, day one. And then the most heartfelt one was CM Punk is reunited with Kofi, who still believes he's Jamaican, and he said he was Jamaican him crazy.
Yes, Jamaican me crazy. I don't know why that reunion felt right. It needed to happen. It had it implied nothing other than that they weren't a tag team. They are real life friends for whatever reason.
For me, that just seems like I don't understand how that friendship has lost.
Yeah. That just proves the element of how good of a guy I think Kofi Kingston is. Where, like, if you have beef with Kofi Kingston, that's when you know you're being the bad guy. My favorite thing was the jab at Ricochet for no reason. Hey, I heard you're bad at video games.
That wasn't even. I was like, Punk, do you even play video games?
I don't think he does. But it was funny that that's Ricochet's first interaction. Like Kofi Kingston and who else was with him? I'm blanking out. I can't remember
Chad
the middle
Gable
person.
Was Chad.
Oh
Chad
yeah.
Gable. He's like, I heard good things about you.
I heard good things about you. I heard you suck at video games.
And they all walked in the room. Yeah, they went into Pierce's office to talk about an Intercontinental title or something.
Yeah. Who are you giving it to of those three Intercontinental title match?
Well, I don't know because obviously we now have the Miz getting an Intercontinental title match.
Yeah, but he ain't winning. That's one of those like pass. He can't. Oh, you can't win it as long as Gunther's champion. That's fine.
I kind of want to see Kofi go at it again.
Man, his chest.
Yeah, I know that. That's
There's
why
nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing left.
I want to see that chest that's hanging on by a thread.
His chest looks like a spaghetti plate. Gable's got his shine, and Ricochet. I think Ricochet hasn't. I don't know if he went after Gunther yet.
He has. I think he went at him twice. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Bronson Reed versus Ivar. I mean, I liked the match. I just thought, who the hell wins with a superplex?
Like Bob Orton? What is this? You Cowboy Bob Orton winning with superplex in 2023? I feel like this looked like the ring was supposed to explode spot, but it didn't. It's like, okay, we're out.
Because they normally save that for the end of the night because otherwise you got to put it back together.
Yeah. And you got Manny would look at the ring post and the setup be like, oh, they're tearing up the ring tonight.
You know, I was so tired today when I saw that. When I rewatched this in the before the show, I was like, I wouldn't even noticed. I think we're lucky we even got these notes. I am that tired.
It was a solid match, you know.
It was.
Her gods are not working for anybody because they lost again. We told Ivar, don't go for the superplex.
Marcus, I feel like I got the ghost of Vince McMahon coming through me, but I think Bronson Reed and Ivar should be a tag team, and they should be the Authors of Pain.
Man, sign me up for that. Sign me up for that.
The second time in less than a week that we've kind of said that, when we also spoke about Briggs and Dijak also being the Authors of Pain.
We want everybody to be the Authors of Pain except for the Authors of Pain who are signed to the Dead of Me and just around. 100% for the battle royal for who gets to be called Authors of Pain. I throw Beer and Sanga in the match. They're not winning.
Fuck
they're
them.
not winning
on TV.
Yeah, they're not winning or on TV, but I would throw them into this battle royal just because, just to even things out.
Do you know what? I'm putting Veer and Sanga in the same category as Maxine Dupree.
Fuck, Manny.
Yeah, and you know what?
You can't put people in that void.
You can send your hate mail to Eric.
Well, you'll get mean response because he is the meanest part of the ring.
The Judgment Day come out. The priest wants to remind everyone exactly who they are. All rise for the Judgment Day.
Long time since we all rose for the Judgment Day.
He puts everyone on notice. Truth comes out. He's upset that the locks were changed on the clubhouse. Truth has ideas. The first one is to kick out JD because everyone hates JD.
Yes. JD is irate about this, but you know what? Everybody agrees with this.
Truth tells him he needs to stop calling himself the boss because he makes Mommy mad and she gets upset and confused. Priest says everyone likes Truth except him, and then the Judgment Day jump him.
Yeah, I would like to say Truth came out there speaking the truth, which everybody hates JD, and every time he comes to the leader, they all get mixed up. They make Mommy mad, which then sends the entire Judgment Day into flux, and people start losing their titles. Truth gets jumped and the Hillest move of the year after saying everybody likes Truth. I like Truth. And then Priest goes, I really
did. They really did do him dirty.
Yeah. And the Three Brothers make their first save of the night. As in, they're taking the new role, the mantle of Jungle Boy. I just want to
point out, they actually did stuff in this save. They did nothing in the other one.
Well, what could they have done? Cody was blinded.
They could have got Nakamura. They didn't. He just flaunted away. He didn't run away like a little pussy hole heel.
Yeah. He kind of just oh. And then, you know what the worst part about this segment with Judgment Day and R-Truth is that R-Truth still looks young no matter what he does. But what you don't realize, they beat a 50-something-year-old man. They beat a 50-something-year-old man in that ring. They jumped a 50-something-year-old man.
Well, Damian Priest is what, like nearly
it's like
close to that age,
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, 10 years. It's probably like a 10-year difference.
No, it ain't a 10-year difference. I can't remember. I think Eric made the report that he was like 44 or something.
Who, Priest or the Priest is 41, I think. Here we go to the research.
Oh, you doing it?
Here we go. And then maybe you look up R-Truth. Yeah, Priest is 41 years old.
The truth is 51.
Yeah, 10-year gap. You beat a 51-year-old man up.
We get Kaden Carter and Katana Chance versus Candice LeRae and the Go Fuck Yourself Punk Indy Hartwell. You abandoned me.
You abandoned me. You abandoned me. And you know, in contact, she was like 14. And you didn't think about that going like, damn.
Yeah.
We're old.
Well, it's even weirder seeing all the what's her name?
Cora
Jade stuff with CM Punk. How she stalked him as a child, going to all his signings.
She got that picture now. And CM Punk.
So I can't tell.
DJ again. It's clobbering time.
I can't tell because I don't think I was overly paying attention to the women's tag match. If they did the move that I said we both can do.
No, they didn't do it. They just did the other move, which is a neck breaker into the 450.
Well, you know why, Marcus? Because the lawyers got involved. Our lawyers got involved in touch.
We can't do that move, man. I don't care if we do have a trademark. I would like the lawyer to go, well, prove it that you can do the moves. Well, go to South America. You are out of jurisdiction to go there. We will sue you. Like the guy that owns Yeet.
Becky Lynch comes out.
That dude's not going to exist ever again.
Becky Lynch says she came out to call out Nia Jax. She admits she's petty. Says her and Nia Jax kept missing each other. She went on to main event WrestleMania while Nia had double ACL surgery because she's so unlikable. Her knees wouldn't stand for her. And I thought that was mean.
That was mean. And know what I immediately thought after that? Tegan Knox. I was like, Tegan Knox, I can use the same joke.
We can use the same joke for Dakota Kai too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm Rey Mysterio.
Well, Ray's his knees still. They got that longevity or something.
Nah,
Ray's still around. He should not be around with all the legs and Ray
is on his third knee that belongs to someone else.
Yeah. Well, Santos is gonna use that. Even your legs can't stand you. But this is that was a good one-liner. And I had not known that they have never crossed paths one-on-one.
I thought they did.
I feel like they did during the pandemic at least or something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Out comes Nia. She says she isn't fired now and she's better than ever. She says the punch was a lucky swing that nearly ended her career. Imagine if I hit you with full force.
I was like, yep, she's right. Because they showed it. She was just wailing. She was just Becky just caught it straight.
Becky doesn't hold that against her, as she says Nia is the most dangerous woman in the ring. Whoever steps in the ring with her either gets injured or is hospitalized.
Her career is nearly over.
Becky needs
I'm telling the Kairi Sane story.
Yeah. Becky says she needs to end the lie that she is a main event star because of Nia. Says Becky needs Nia says Becky needs her to prove that she's not about that one moment and her career wasn't an accident after Nia broke her face. Otherwise, Nia is the woman that made the man.
Compelling story. This is 5 years in the bed. Long-term booking.
Yeah.
The journeys have crossed of people getting fired and pregnant and all that. We're finally getting around to this. You know what? With this new and improved Nia Jax, I look forward to it. And Nia took a page out of Zaya's playbook and said, not on my time.
No, so this is different to what Jey Lee did. Jey Lee was like, "You can fight me on I'll fight you on my own time." When Becky squares up to Nia, Nia leaves because she went, "You need this more than I do." I don't need this.
Yeah. What's in it for me? And it was a nice walk away of, I don't need this. Like,
yeah.
And she's 100% right. Like, I broke your nose, 5 years ago. It doesn't matter to me. I'm walking out of here. It matters to you.
Imperium versus DIY and the Miz. Miz hits the Skull Crusher finale on Giovanni for the win. Gunther is once again furious backstage. The Miz gets in his face, demands an IC title match. Gunther says he will grant it. When he beats him, he cannot challenge for the title as long as he holds it. So you already think Miz is going to lose again?
Yes.
I think this sets up that the Miz is going to be the next IC title.
No, if he could never challenge for it again against anybody, then I'll say, you know what? The Miz is probably going to get it. But just while Gunther has his title, that just means you just not getting the title shot. That means they're moving on to Kofi Kingston, Chad Gable, or Ricochet.
Do you know what? Maybe that is the... What if, Marcus? Maybe this is the movement into Imperium versus the New Day. And then he's gone through Kofi. He's gone through Woods. Who's left? That big...
Well, you're suggesting Big E.
That big motherfucking E.
Again, I expect Big E to return at the Rumble to a large ovation. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be sad.
Jimmy said, do you think Nia could get away with adopting Samoa Joe's walkaway in her moveset? I would love it.
I would love it.
I know for some reason, some dumb woman that just falls incorrectly and injures herself, and then we're going to get, oh, Nia did that.
Man, he already got the woman. Set up. Maxine Dupree.
Tegan Knox.
But I think she could do it, and I think it'd be really cool. But I also think the fanboys would go after Nia.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how can you steal Samoa Joe's move and all that? No, it's cool. No one else has done it. No one else has stolen it. Maybe Samoa Joe give her blessing, considering he is the only Samoan not related to The Rock.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes. This was a really good main event, and I feel like it was wasted. It was wasted on TV.
Yeah, with commercial breaks and whatnot, it was solid. I mean, they didn't finish, Manny, so you're going to get it again. Maybe at Rumble, or like you suggested, Nakamura gets them in, sets up whatever happens at Rumble or whatnot, or day one, maybe they're taking it back, and Nakamura may get them there too. And that can set Cody to a downward spiral of, maybe I'm not the one. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't finish the story if I can't beat Shinsuke. And then he has a redemption arc for like 3 weeks, and then he beats him, and then we go into the Rumble.
Yeah. So Shinsuke spins out the crossroads and then hits him with the mist. Does his dirty deeds until the Creeds attempt to make the save when he glides out the ring.
Motherfucker floated away.
I don't care what anyone says. Shinsuke Nakamura is the coolest motherfucker ever.
That was pimp shit. The way he floated away, it was elegant. I haven't seen Disney princesses walk as smooth as he did on that shit.
Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, just not even turning my back. Fuck the Creeds. Y'all don't want none of this.
Yeah, so that was Raw. You know what? I feel like Judgment Day, there was too much Judgment Day presence on it again.
They had 2 segments.
3.
What? What? They had the backstage with
no, so they technically had 2 backstage segments. The clubhouse
with
Punk, Rhea Ripley, and then their in-ring segment. So that's 4 segments.
I don't know what Rhea's doing these days, but she just dipped.
Do you know what? And do you know what? The worst part is, I can't get invested in anything Rhea Ripley does until Elimination Chamber, because she ain't doing anything worthwhile till they do that show in Australia.
Yeah, that Dave Meltzer report, they only sold 8,000 tickets. Oh, I agree with you. It's hard. I don't know who's her next opponent. I don't know what she's doing at Rumble.
Probably Ivy Nile. It's probably going to be Ivy Nile, and
she kill her.
It's going to be trash. I think what we're leading into is whoever wins the Royal Rumble, I think is going to win it from the SmackDown side for the women, and go after Io, which will open up Becky Lynch, which will open up the Becky Lynch feud for Rhea Ripley to go into Elimination Chamber, I think.
I think Io's going to lose the title before Mania.
You think?
I think so. I can see them going a different route with that. Like, you got Bianca over there, you got Charlotte over there. I think that's the bigger main event if you go Charlotte Bianca.
Wouldn't you use that to lure in other wrestlers, like that, like this attempted thing with the Shinsuke thing to try and lure?
I don't think that's Laura Okada. You trying to tell me Io getting pushed with Okada going, that could be me.
No, not that.
I could be in damage control.
The way they're pushing Nakamura, the way they're telling his stories, I think that's the way to lure Okada in. And then obviously I think you could lure Julia over. Like they tried to make it sound like it was a done deal.
Yeah. Oh, she had the performance in there, and like none of this stuff ever happened.
Yeah, apparently she's under contract till like mid
like March or something.
Yeah.
And someone said 2024 is the year of crazy free agency because even Seth and Becky's are up in June, and it's just a lot of stuff. Everybody's free.
I don't see Seth leaving.
Nah, the way he cut the promo, this is home. If he goes anywhere else, he's a piece of shit.
Thing is, no, it's not even that the way he cut that promo. He's been talking about WWE like that for ages. Like you would think he's an ambassador, not an employee. The way he talks about WWE when he does interviews.
He is the guy. Like he's the one that champions WWE. Like with the the Miz is out there in them streets. He's doing his stuff, but he don't win. Seth is someone that wins and is a world champion and all that stuff. He's doing the work that Roman should probably be doing, but Roman only works once a year.
Yeah,
like Santa Claus.
Yeah, the worst Santa Claus as well.
Although I think if I watched it, if someone were to bring back WWE movie studios and cast Roman Reigns as Santa Claus and just have him be the tribal chief, I would watch the shit out of that. Where he's like, kid, I run this Christmas.
Hey kid,
those Christmas lights, those are my lights.
You want this present? You acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
And then if you don't, the Usos beat like his kids beat up the other kids.
You know what? Someone make it happen. Roman Reigns as Santa Claus as the tribal chief. The tribal chief Santa Claus, whatever you want to call it.
The tribal clause. The tribal clause.
And it will explain why he's gone for so many days and he gains weight. He's Santa Claus. You can put the wrestling storyline in there. All of it.
He spends one night eating cookies and then he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Have Paul Heyman call Santa Claus. Yes. Solo will wear one, but he don't like it.
Solo out there in the streets and just like not even in clothes, just his shorts and his feet.
I would love Solo to be like his right hand elf or something. Just on the street, just mad. Thumbing people in their house. Solo! They didn't give me milk and cookies. Thumb them. The tribal clause must have it.
Solo pulls the sleigh.
Let's go. The Tribal Claws. Our movie pitch of the week.
This is a Christmas episode. Christmas episode of the Untitled
It's
Manny and
here.
Marcus show.
It's here. It happened. They said it wouldn't happen. It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, so that is today's show. I ain't got anything else to talk about. Have you got anything else to talk about?
No, there's nothing really to talk about. You know, our condolences to Jade Cargill and her mother. Basically, is the only other story to talk about. You know, and
I've actually been so busy today. I haven't actually looked at any wrestling news. I've completed a long project has gone all the way from August at work. That's taken up all my brain power today. So I actually have nothing.
Oh, so Manny, was this a project that you thought that was due at the end of December or at the end of the day?
It was due.
I know.
It was due on Friday, but my manager said it needs to be submitted today. I was like, okay.
But yeah, I got nothing else. Tune in Thursday where we talk about AEW Dynamites and NXT to see the fallout of Deadline. And the start of the breakout tournament, I believe, for the men, where I get to see Bear Hill.
You know, Marcus, I think even if there is some thirst trapping from Nikita Lyons, I think Bear Hill may have to be thumbnail. Or Marcus, if we ever get a shot where him and DJ Tatanka cross paths,
thumbnail. In that background story. In background stories.
They ain't gonna be in the Boaverse. Hey,
I felt there's a new character in the Boaverse if you watch Raw this week, Manny. I know you watch it times 9 or whatever it is these days.
How dare you? It's times 4 at best.
Nikki Cross is in the background while Becky Lynch was walking. So
doing what?
Nothing. Just standing, looking into space.
What are they doing with her? Like,
I don't know. She exists. I feel like there's a role she could fill in any of these spots.
She's more accomplished than Maxine Dupree. Couldn't you have just given a match to her? Jesus.
No. Rhea needed a squash match. I guess Rhea was in town for this one attack. It was like, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm assuming they're flying her around places. I don't know what's actually she's going or injured.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so let's wrap this up. I'm Lord Manny Hayes. Thank you for watching, and he is
someone who knees can still stand with him. Marcus the grand finale.
For now.
For now.
We out.
Next episode, you see me. Man, he just sound like that.
Professor X. He comes in the show.
My mind.
We out. Peace.
Tribal Claws coming soon.